What's up? Who's ready for hardcore? Hey, it's Natalie Tanasi here, and I am so excited because we are all about to get some. So Tony Horton, very famous trainer within Beachbody, one of the first trainers that Beachbody ever had, creator of P90X, P90X3 and 2, and P90, and the list goes on, but a very, very respected trainer with a ton of background has created something that is so functional, so awesome. It's going to totally kick your booty and get you into shape or help you get to that next goal. And it's going to do it all in 22 minutes. How awesome is that? So I'm super excited. I initially got to trial this program in LA with Tony Horton before it was released. And my booty was kicked. And then we got to do a couple samples in the bod. And then just this last week, I did a couple workouts with Tony on the cruise ship. And I have to say, it really kicks your butt. But it's great because you can totally modify. And the best part is, it's like this morning when I did one of the workouts, I was like, oh, I want to stop. And I get that. And I was reminded, it's only 22 more minutes. It's only 20 minutes. So I only have like 15 minutes left. I know I was 5 minutes in or 7 minutes in. But anyways, we're going to have a great time in this test group and using 22-minute hardcore. So I just want to shoot this quick video for you to just kind of help you get started. So if you ordered a challenge pack, you got some really great stuff in the mail. You got your Shakeology, boom. You got your workout kit, you got your DVDs, and then you also got a sandbag. So go buy some sand and fill that sandbag. There's, of course, a modifier if you don't have the sandbag. And then you've also got the nutrition plan. Now, the nutrition plan for 22-minute hardcore basically follows the container system. Now, if you don't have the containers, many of you have the containers because you were part of 21 Day Fix, so you already understand the container system. But if you don't have the containers, you can totally use measuring things, measuring cups. So as we get started, your challenge pack comes with a free 30-day trial into Beachbody On Demand, which is what I'll be using for my 22-minute hardcore. But it is so cool because you get to test other workout programs. So put that Beachbody Demand account to use for those free 30 days. It's a free trial, and you get access to a ton of programs. Insanity and all the P90 series is in there, and then also some new trainers that are going to be coming out, and you also get to sample all the workout programs that Beachbody's ever released. So that's a lot of fun. But I'll be sending you reminders too before you get charged for your next 90 days. It's only $12 a month, but you get that free Beachbody On Demand account for 30 days. So before we get started on Monday, there's a couple directives. You have a few orders. I am your drill sergeant, just kidding, for the next couple weeks, and we have some directives. Directive number 1, you have to take your measurements. Get out that measurement stick. Take them. I know it's hard. I know it's not any fun, and it's real life, and you got to take all your spots on your arm, on your chest, on your waist, on your legs. But to watch those measurements change is so valuable. There's also a calculation you can look up that will tell you exactly what your body fat is by a measurement and your weight. And so that's really the true measurement of success. I am personally not a fan of the scale. And I go by how my clothes feel, how I feel with my endurance. The scale is one tool that we use to measure our progress, but your progress is going to come in a number of ways for what you're doing. So we're going to be tracking all of those things. So taking your measurements and your pictures. Now, a lot of people get a lot of kind of funny about taking those pictures and especially sending them to me. Pictures, like a picture is worth 1,000 words, and that can't be more true when it comes to doing these challenge groups. So taking your picture does not mean that you have to be in your skivvies, okay, or your birthday suit. You can take a picture in a tight-fitting outfit, like a tight-fitting pair of shorts and a shirt that shows your curves. And I've had people who take them, when you take your profile, your side picture, and I can see so much progress just because in their gut from drinking Shakeology for 30 days. And so doing that is so important. It does not mean that you have to be naked and uncomfortable. I suggest you take some of those, like in a sports bra and shorts, just for yourself if you don't feel comfortable sharing them, but then also submitting them to Beachbody, because you get a super cool coin, and you also get entered to win lots of money, and Beachbody gives away lots of money for their challengers, and that's really cool. But beyond all the stuff that you could get, you get to see your progress. And sometimes, like I remember the first time I did the 21-day fix, I lost 9 pounds. I still wore the same size. Things fit better. I felt incredible. But when I took my after pictures, and just looking at my after pictures, I still was so hard on myself. But when I took my afters and I compared them to my before, I was mind blown. It was awesome to see that transformation. So it's so good for you to see that. Now, let's talk rations. Okay, how are you going to figure out those rations? I'm going to share my screen with you. Share screen. Ta-da. So you have a quick start guide that looks like this, right? It says mission guide. All right. So this is in my computer, so it's going to look a little different than your booklet. But you have your step 1, your ration plan. So if you just simply follow the calculation. If you're a female, you get 0. If you're a male, you start off with 1. Then you put in your weight, and it tells you, whatever your weight is, depends on how many numbers you get to add to your plan. What your current activity level is. If you sit at a desk, if you're, a mom, a stay-at-home mom, you're probably in the moderate level. Or then if you're like a labor worker, then you get to add a point. You tally up that score, and then it tells you what plan you're going to fall under. So plan 1, plan 2, plan 3, plan 4. And then just noting that number of calories, and we'll get into more detail for that in the rations for results in just a minute. Now, track your before and afters. This tells you where to measure. And then you also want to put your weight. Fill this out. Fill it out. And then we're going to see about what happens after 3 weeks. But we're going to continue on this journey. We're not ending at 3 weeks. That's just how long this initial challenge is going to go. The program is 8 weeks long. Then step 3, your PT fit test. So record your number here. How many push-ups can you do in 1 minute? How many squats can you do in 1 minute? So put these numbers down, do your fit test, and we want to see what progress is made along the way, because we don't just measure success by the scale. Cool? Then the next thing we're going to talk about, let's see here. I'm going to find the rations. Okay, rations for results. So this simply follows the portion control container system in the ration. So you have your number, and it's going to tell you exactly how much of what kind of foods you can eat. This is so cool how well they put this. So there's that entrance questionnaire, once again, to tally your score, just in case you forgot how many numbers you get, how many calories you get. Now right here, it tells you what the colors mean. So your greens are your veggies. Your purples are your fruits, right? Your red is your proteins. Your Shakeology is going to go in here as well. Your yellow is your carbs. Your blue is your healthy fats. And then your oranges are your seeds and dressings. And then teaspoons is your nuts and butter, or your oils and nut butters. All right. And then, so this is just kind of a simple plan for you to think about. It's really a great way to lay this out. So if you're in the 1,200 to 1,499 calories, then it tells you which colors you're going to eat for which meals. Just a really simple way to manage your food and to help you get clarity on what to do with these containers and when to eat what. I always tell people you want to taste the rainbow for breakfast, so have as many containers as possible at breakfast. And then your late morning, have your Shakeology snack. That's generally when I have my Shakeology. So they're saying, that's not Shakeology. This one's Shakeology. They're saying for your Shakeology, have a Shakeology, which is a red, and then maybe a fruit, which is a purple. So like a banana. So I usually have a vanilla with a banana and then a teaspoon of peanut butter. Bam, that fills that category right there. And then a snack, it's saying to have a blue snack around that time. I generally will have, I split up my blue because I like cheese in my eggs. So I have that for breakfast. So I have half my blue at breakfast, and then I have half of the blue at a snack with some hummus and carrots, something like that. Or you can also do almonds or things like that in the blue. So this just breaks down, depending on what calorie range you're in, when to have how many containers. Now, those of you who get more containers, you can see you just get larger portions is really what it comes down to. Then it gives you a food list. So you just break down, you take your food list, right? This is what I did when I first did 21-day fix, which is the same meal plan. I just go through each category of food, I write down the type of foods I like, and then I go to the grocery store out of each category and I buy those foods. I'm not a big meal planner. I don't follow a lot of recipes. I just kind of piece proteins and carbs together, and vegetables, of course. And I have fruits throughout snack, and I mostly like eggs for breakfast, or hard-boiled eggs, or some form of egg, or oatmeal and hard-boiled eggs, or Shakeology. Just depending on your day and your schedule will depend on how you break this down. So go through the food list, pick out your foods, or if you're a super meal planner, go onto Pinterest, find some meal plans. We have sample meal plans. There's sample meal ideas in this rations booklet. And so this just goes through all the things that fit in which color container. And then I just make a grocery list, and I go to the grocery store off of this list, and I buy those things. This goes over the free foods. So your vinegars are free foods. I use vinegars on my salad as well as lemon juice. And hot sauce is free. Yay! All the Tabasco you want. Survival essentials. So let's see. Your hydration. So different ways that you can make your water really good. You're going to be drinking half your weight in ounces. So take your weight divided by 2. That's the number of ounces you get. I use a little tally marker on a board in my home. There's apps. There's an app for that. There's an app to track your water. There's an app to track your foods. So there's a ton of apps. You can just look up the 21 Day Fix tracker, and that will help you track your foods. And let's see here. Okay, so if you really want to get optimal weight loss results, I would trade your yellows for your greens. Make sure you stay at the top of the list, because those are going to be the lower calorie things, the more leafy greens, as well as when it comes to the yellows. Instead of using your yellow on cereal, maybe use your yellow on brown rice or quinoa. That type of thing is going to help you with the best way to ration out your meals for the optimal results. This talks about, let's see, page 30 talks about time-saving tactics for prepping your rations. This is great. Read through this booklet. And one of the things that I like to do is I like to go on Sunday, I pre-bake a bunch of chicken, right? I just pre-make a bunch of chicken. I pre-make a bunch of hamburger patties. I cut up all my vegetables. So I cut up bell peppers, I cut up carrots, and I pre-baggy them. I pre-measure them into greens, and I put them in baggies so they're just grab and go, ready to eat. I make hard-boiled eggs, and especially if you're on the go, these are great. So a lot of these tips are already in here for you. But like if there's any prep work that has to be done to your fruits or your veggies, do that. If you need to clean out your pantry, get rid of the garbage, or at least get it outside of 20 seconds. I have a whole teaching about 20 seconds that I'll throw in here, the 20-second rule that I'll throw in as we go. Okay, then you have that whole booklet about your food and your rations. Now so finish reading through your book and just kind of go over your food. If you have any questions about what to eat, when to eat it, how much to eat it, certainly let me know. But everything is in your kit. Then you also, let's see, here is your workout calendar. So week 1 on Monday, you're going to take your before and after fit photos, you're going to do your fit test, and you're going to do cardio 1 and core 1. And then Tuesday's resistance 1, and so on and so forth. Sundays, we get a day off. Hey, that's exciting. So you get to take a day off and focus on your meal prep. That's the time that you're going to do that. Then there's an optional Hell Week challenge option, and it gives you we could maybe, if you want to really jump in on week 3, we can try that, and maybe instead of doing 3 workouts, you just do 2, but we can do a doubles week on the 3rd week, and that's in there as well. So the Hell Week challenge. And then you also have your tally sheet. So there's additional tally sheets for you printed in the bod that you can download and print those to tally your food throughout the week, or you can use an app or chalkboard or sticky note or whatever works for you. And that's pretty much it, minus your Shakeology. So if you ordered a challenge pack, you probably got a email from me. And if you didn't, I'd be happy to send you another one. But you can YouTube about the Shakeology ingredients and the value of these. There are a ton of shakes on the market. I get it. I know. I used to drink all those garbage protein shakes that my husband bought at the gym. What is different about Shakeology? Why am I such an advocate for it? Well, one, I put a high value of what I put in my body, so much that I buy the expensive sunscreen that doesn't have all the stuff. I cut out all the parabens from my shampoo, really trying to get away from things that are genetically modified, hormonally altering. I buy beef from a farmer that's local and that doesn't have any hormone, that's grass fed. So those things are just really, really important to me. That's one of the main reasons I drink Shakeology and not anything else. It has no soy, no fillers. There's nothing fake about it. And it's not just a protein shake. It's a superfood replacement shake. So what it's doing, the bottom line, and you can go to YouTube, take 15, 20 minutes and do some research about what you're putting in your body and why it's so valuable. But our soil, the simplicity, there's a gal, her name's Shay Stanford, Saey Stanford, and she was a pharmaceutical rep before, and you can read some about her story. You can go to her blog, but such incredible knowledge that she has about Shakeology. You can also go to the Shakeology website and do some reading and learn about it. But the bottom line is that our soil has changed. And no matter if you ate vegetables all day, which I know you all are, right? But if you ate 5 to 6 servings of fruits and vegetables every day, you still wouldn't be getting the nutrients that your body needs to perform optimally. And so that's why we need supplements. That's why we need to add fish oils and various things into our body in order to help us get those nutrients. So Shakeology is that in one shake. How cool is that? So I actually have a dietitian on my team, and she was like, Natalie, I was spending over $10 a shake and had a science project in my kitchen trying to get some of the ingredients that are in Shakeology into a shake, and Shakeology solved that for me. And she follows what's called Ayurveda and very natural mentality and way of supplementing your health with food instead of prescriptions or vitamins that don't really do anything. And so Shakeology was a huge gift to her and to her clients, and it was like less than half the price. It was like a third of the price is what she was spending in buying all these products individually. So drink it every day. Now, it does not taste like a Wendy's milkshake. And so if you have a high sugar diet currently, it's going to taste a little different. And it's because it's basically ground plant. So the first time I drank it, I was like, what is the big deal about this? But when I drank it consistently for a week, I had never felt better in my life. I didn't need a nap anymore. I didn't crave chocolate all day, because when we're in a nutrient deficit, our natural way of responding to that is with cravings. So that's why we crave junk food. It's because we really need nutrition and water. And so I was so amazed that I could actually go a day without a cookie or a piece of chocolate because I was drinking Shakeology. So, but I have some instructions on how to make it taste amazing. And after your palate changes a little bit, you might really fall in love with it. I have some people who are like, ooh, but if you make it right, it's going to taste great. So I always do mine with about 10 ounces of water, a scoop of ice, a large scoop of ice, like maybe a purple size ice or a cup of ice. And then if I'm having, it just depends on what flavor I'm having. So if I'm having chocolate, then I like it with a teaspoon of peanut butter, which is one of your teaspoons. And that's about it. Just a teaspoon of peanut butter and ice and water, and it's delicious. And then blend it really, really well and drink it quickly. Don't wait. You don't want it to sit. And then if I'm having vanilla, I do it with peanut butter and half a banana, like a really ripe banana, and I sprinkle cinnamon on top. And that is like such a yummy treat. Same with water and ice. And then there's the cafe latte. That is one of my new favorite flavors. And I just do that with just ice and water or cinnamon. And then greenberry is another favorite, and I add a banana to greenberry as well as the ice and water. I don't use almond milk on my Shakeology because almond milk counts as a yellow, and I only get 2 of these bad boys a day, and I really love them. So I don't use it in my shake because my shake tastes good with water. But if you are like, I have to have almond milk or something, you can make it creamier. You can make it a more filling meal by adding like a green to it. Like if you wanted to have your Shakeology for lunch instead of a snack, you could add spinach to it, and you can add more fruit to it. You could add a yogurt, like Greek yogurt to it, that make it pretty creamy, and that counts as an additional red. So if you need more reds in your diet, that's a great way to do that. And then we are going to be, as you can see, because you're watching this video and you got this message from me through the invitation to the challenge group, we're going to be following my challenge tracker. It's an app. I lost my phone. It's an app that was just created by Beachbody, and it is an incredible app. It is so cool. So I'll be posting in there every single day, right? And so will you. You're going to come in, you're going to say, hey, I drank my Shakeology, and you're going to check that off, and you're going to say, hey, I did my workout, and you're going to check that off. You can even add a sweaty selfie in the app. I love sweaty selfies. Sweaty selfies are like super duper. I'm going to be following how engaged you are because I can track that in the app, and I'm going to be giving away weekly prizes for the most engaged person. So engagement is key because that is the difference with the Beachbody challenge groups. Why Beachbody programs work so well is because we provide not only incredible workout programs, great meal plans, incredible nutrition supplementation, but we provide a community of support. And that's why you have me as a coach, and then you have each other. So look next to you in your app, on your phone or on your computer, and high five each other, comment on each other's stuff, ask questions, share recipes. We are all like, I'm just one person, but together we're many, and we can all help and support each other. We've got some men in the challenge group, which I'm super excited about. Husbands joining their wives. My husband's actually joining me, and part of his support right now is he's hanging with the kids while I film this for you. But we're going to be waking up at 5 a.m. together and doing the 22-minute workouts, and I couldn't be more excited. And so I just want to really encourage you that part of the community of support in the challenge groups is us all committing to be engaged. And if you're not checking in, I know, I see, and I'm here because you asked me to be here. And so I'm going to ask you to be there too. And I'm going to hold you accountable to what you said your goals were. You purchased this program for a reason, and my job is to make sure you get the results you want by helping you stay committed to that which you said you were going to do for yourself. You're not doing it for me or anyone else. You're doing it for you. And so, in this process and in this journey that we've taken together, I've asked you to do some things. I've asked you to write down some desires that you have, to write down 3 goals, not just physical goals, not I want to lose 10 pounds. Go beyond that. Why do you want to lose 10 pounds? What is that 10 pounds going to look and feel and do for you? What's it going to do for your life? What's it going to do for you emotionally? What's it going to do for your heart? What's it going to do for your brain health? Like, think about these things beyond just the surface goal. Why is it important to you? Why do you want it? What's it going to feel like when you get it? And then I also want you to think about what are some challenges you might encounter on a daily basis. Like, think through your day. Think through what's been holding you back before now. And what does that look like? And how are you going to avert those challenges? Like, for me, if you ask me what my challenge is, I can look at my calendar and I associate social activities with food. I know I do that. So if I go, because I eat at home, and when I eat at home, I eat healthy. I know when I go out to eat with friends, it is like party time. And I have to change that through my own commitment to you. So I have to look through my calendar and plan on how am I going to avert that, And so you'll see me post like, okay, I'm going out to dinner, cheer me on, I got to be good. And I'll make sure that I post a picture of my meal that I ordered while I was out. But I know myself in that way. What do you know about you that is a challenge for you? I know if I have ice cream in the freezer, I'm going to be highly tempted to eat it. So I'm not going to allow myself to have ice cream in the freezer. It's just got to go. It's gone. Nobody's eating it. We're not having it. That's it. What is it for you that you're going to say? So write those things down. If you want to share them, I'd encourage you to share them because we got goals, right? We got something that we want to accomplish for ourselves that our future selves will thank us for. And so I just want to encourage you with that. I'm so excited to be doing this program with you. I have found a new love. I mean, I've always loved Autumn Calabrese, but Tony Horton is the man. And I just love what he's doing with our servicemen, our veterans, those who've served our nation, and providing a workout with them and for all of us that is like a boot camp style. We don't need any weights. We don't need any equipment. And it's only 22 minutes because we can all find 22 minutes to take care of ourselves. So let's get ready. Let's make it an awesome 21 days, an awesome 30 days, awesome 60 days. And let's have a great time reaching our goals together. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video and invest in yourself. I can't wait for what's to come. All right, much love. Have a great night.